Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Connie and I make new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do this everyday makeup look. So keep watching if you want to find out how I do it. So now we're a bit closer and you can see all of my spots really nice. I'm just going to start with some micellar cleansing water on a cotton wool pad. I've got some really grim spots right now, which is weird because I don't usually get spots. Sorry that you guys have to look at them up close and personal. So many people find this quite weird, but I actually do my eyebrows before anything else because I think if I put my foundation on, I then don't want it to crease anywhere, so I want to set it straight away. But then I actually hate putting concealer over powder around my eyebrows because I feel like it then takes the powder off and takes the foundation off and literally makes a hole in your makeup. I just don't like it. It's just not how I do it. I actually start with this double-ended slanted brush. I don't actually know where it's from. I'm pretty sure I got it from John Lewis. The name's rubbed off it and I've literally had it for years, so I can't remember where it's from. What I use for my eyebrows is, I feel like it's very 2017 or 2016-17, but I still like it, so I still use it. The Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Soft Brown. I think one of the things I find with these is that they really dry up after a while, and it annoys me because there's still quite a lot of product in it, but I have to dig at it. So I like to just get a bit on my brush like this and then squeeze the brush together so it's really thin line. So I brought the camera in a little bit closer just so that you can really see what I'm doing. So I just brush my brows up till I get to the end of the arch, and then just bring this bit down like that. And then from maybe the middle of the brow, the bottom, I just draw a line underneath towards the end of the brow, like that. And then just bring it along to the front. Now, even though it looks a bit grim and a bit weird for most of the time that I'm doing this, it will get better because we'll clean it up with concealer, so it will look quite bad until it's just finished. So don't worry. I think you can tell with how the product is going on that it is quite dried up, which is really annoying because these things are expensive and I don't want to throw it away just because it's dried up because there's still so much product in it. So then I'm just going to take it over the top of the brow. Just basically follow where the hairs are going, really. I feel like the Instagram brow isn't really a thing anymore, but I still do it because I think it looks nice. And I don't like to have a block at the start of the brow. So I actually just brush out the front of the colour at the brow just like that. Just so that you can really see the hairs. And then we'll concealer around it and just make it look real nice. Baby, go on in, yeah. And then I'm just going to brush this brow as well with the little spoolie on the other end of the brush so that both eyebrows look the same. The concealer that I use is the Match Perfection from Rimmel London in the shade Porcelain. Just put it on the back of my hand here so that I can use that as a palette to keep dipping in. To blend it in, I have this slanted brush that actually wasn't slanted, I just cut it, from Spectrum, and it's the A13. Once you've got all the colour on your brow, I just like to brush through it just to make sure all the hairs are going in the right direction, and then we can start to conceal. So you're going to want to conceal the underneath where you brushed out all of that colour. Don't go too close to the actual hairs yet because we're going to make sure that line is proper straight. And then when I'm going underneath with the concealer, I like to brush the hairs up just so that I can see where I'm concealing. So there you go guys, that's one brow basically done. It will look a lot better when my foundation is on and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish the second one off camera and then I'll be back to start my skin makeup. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the same Match Perfection Rimmel Concealer under my eyes and just on some blemishes and spots and stuff. I would say the only thing about this concealer is that you pretty much have to blend it out like straight away, because otherwise it dries like weirdly orangey, and it will just dry where you put it. Now I've done my concealer, I'm going to move on to my foundation. So the foundation that I use when I have a tan is the My Perfect Colour from Primark actually, PS. And it's a matte foundation, medium to full coverage, and it's in the shade Toffee. The foundation I'm going to use is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation with comfort serum. This is also in Ivory. So I just put like one pump onto the beauty blender, and then I'm just gonna put this everywhere. When I'm doing my foundation, I kind of split my face into like 3 parts, and a lot of people see this as like loads of foundation, but with me it's just how I do it. And you want to make sure you blend it down onto your neck, just so that you don't have like a line. And you just want to be careful to go round your eyebrows, but also make sure you're blending towards the concealer that you've already put on them. So now that I'm finished with my foundation, I'm going to move on to powder. Now I use the Rimmel Stay Matte translucent powder. I've always used this. I've got like 3 of these in my makeup bag. This one's all broken. But I'm going to use this and first go under my eyes with the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH07 brush, which is this really nice like small yet fluffy brush. I do love it, I do love it. We're first going to put this under the eyes just to set the under eye. And then just into my T-zone there as well. I like to put some foundation around my nose. Not foundation, sorry, powder. Just before I go in with the big brush. I'm now going to get my big Jaclyn Hill and I'm going to use the massive powder brush. And it's the JH01. And I actually love this, it's so huge. I tend to move around so much when I'm doing my makeup, so this is actually so hard to like stay there. Okay, next, what am I doing next? Contour. I'm going to use 2 brushes for this, and I did used to use 2 different contours, but one of them was this one, the Bronze Goddess. That was just to like bronze me, but that's actually very broken now, but I might try. I'm going to go in with the JH06 brush, which is like a long kind of powdery thing, and just kind of like bronze the area. Now that I've like bronzed a tiny bit, I'm going to go in with the JH05, which is, oh, it's got a name. They've all got names. I forgot about that. So the JH05 is perfect contour brush. Exactly, that's why I use it for contour. So I'm also going to use the Kiko bronzer powder in the colour 6. But I try and get it on like the edge of the brush. Sweep it into there like this. It looks so dark on camera. I just like to take it up here and then up to my forehead, just to give the face some dimension. I also want to say that I sometimes, for a bit more stripped back makeup look, I sometimes do all of these same steps but just without the foundation, so that the skin looks a lot more natural. Now I'm going to bake just to like remove some of the contour that got into places that I didn't really want it to be. So I use the Revolution Luxury Banana Powder. And I also have this really horrible pink beauty blender that I've like cut up loads, and I just use it as this powder beauty blender now because it's actually horrid. I just tip out about that much powder. So I'm just gonna put this just here. And I'm just gonna put some just under my eyes. Just sweep it out like that. Even though I'm doing all of this, I haven't like trained or anything. Like, this is literally just how I do it. I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead here as well. Now we're going to move on to the eyes just while I'm baking. So for the eyes, I'm going to go back in with the contour colour that I used and this really pretty eye fluffy brush from the Jaclyn Hill collection with Morphe, and this is the JH30 Beast Mode Blender brush. Ooh. So I'm just going to put this into the outer corner and the crease of my eyelid, just with my contour colour to give the eye some dimension as well. Now that we have done the eyes, I'm going to go back in with the small powder brush and just brush off the loose baking powder that I put on. So I'm now going to go in with some blusher. So for this, I'm going to be using the slanted blusher brush from Jaclyn Hill, which is the JH04, and this one is called Blush Brush. And I'm also going to be using this MAC powder blush in the colour Frankly Scarlet. And then I'm just going to blend the contour and the blush together with the contour brush. It's not like really obvious blush, but if it wasn't there, you'd be able to tell. Now I'm just going to go in with some highlighter. I have got this Revolution Baked highlighter in the colour Rejuvenate, and the Jaclyn Hill white fluffy brush in JH09 Glow Baby Glow brush. I'm now going to go in with the Naked Illuminated highlighter. It's in the shade Aura. I'm now going to take a smaller brush and just go underneath my eyes with that contour shade that I used. Okay, so I'm just going to go in using the JH37, which is quite a small brush, and it's the Buffer Blender brush. Now I'm just going to put on a bit of mascara and then it's time for lashes. So the mascara I use is the False Lash Curling Top Coat Mascara, it says, from Kiko. I actually hate my natural lashes. Look at that. It literally looks exactly the same as that. Like, I've barely got any eyelashes, it's so annoying. Okay, so now that I've put some mascara on, it's time for lashes. Okay, so the everyday lashes that I use are the GWA Unicorn lashes, and they are in the style Unicorn. I like to keep my lashes in this cute little tablet box because I just think it's really handy. You know, it's literally the right shape for lashes. I just think it's such a handy way, rather than keeping them in like cardboard boxes that just get crushed and stuff in your bag. I swear by the Eylure Lash Fix Clear Finish Strip Lash Glue. It's definitely the best one I've ever used. Okay, so now my lashes are on. I just need to do my lip and then I'll be done. So I'm just going to use a little bit of Baby Lips just to moisturise my lips before I put anything on them. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Dior Lip Maximizer. Okay, now just over that gloss, I'm going to go in with the Avon Marvelous Mocha matte lipstick. Okay guys, and that is this look done. This is what I would wear generally just day to day if I can be bothered to do makeup. Like, I'm not one of those people that has to be wearing makeup to go out the house. And if I can't be bothered to do all of this, I will just do all of these same steps, sometimes without lashes and sometimes without foundation. So I just have more of a natural looking skin but still with the definition. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. Also, if you want to see more of what I do, make sure you subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notifications every time I upload. And I'll see you guys for another vlog on Friday. Bye!